We good? All right. Emma and Cam. Welcome to this exciting day for you both. Today is, of course, your wedding day. Marriage is a piece of paper that signifies the ultimate commitment to one another, that you'll be together forever through thick and thin, no matter what and under any circumstances, loving them as best you can, and of course, enjoying the ride along the way. It's something you've been lucky enough to have had demonstrated to you through both sets of parents, the commitment to loving one another through all the seasons, through all of life's challenges, recognizing that as long as you love each other and that you are side by side, that there is nothing you won't be able to overcome, nothing that you won't be able to achieve. And we'll put these flowers down. Now we'll just lay them at your feet. When you've met the person you can't imagine a life without, you just want that next stage of your life to start as soon as possible. For 5 years, you've been together and your relationship has just continued to grow from strength to strength. Right from your very first date in Whātepu, when you went for a hike and you, Cam, were so nervous that you spilt grape juice on Emma's shoes, the connection between you has been undeniable. You've had such a great time together over the years. There's never been any awkwardness between you, and the best is yet to come. You met, of course, at work, and it wasn't your standard love at first sight fairy tale. In fact, you, Emma, made a point of telling Cam that you thought he was rude and intimidating. Cam, you found Emma beautiful. She really does light up a room. But you were quiet and shy, and it took a possibly drunken Facebook ad and date request from Emma to get the two of you started. And once you realised it was actually her and not a prank by your workmates, you went on your infamous Whātepu date, realised that you actually had a lot in common with each other, and the rest is history. And there's not one singular moment when you realised you'd met the one you were going to be with forever. It was more of a case of realising that you actually couldn't imagine the other person not being with you forever. Adopting your pups was a big thing for you both. First Jake from the animal shelter, and then Brooke, who came to you once she realised she wasn't suited to a career as a guide dog. Having your pups has taught you a lot about how important consistency, exercise, good food, and big cuddles are. And walking them every day is your chance to hang out together, forget any stresses in your lives, and just enjoy your time together as your little family. Emma, you've supported Cam through his Ironman races, and you got in a lot of travel before you adopted your pups. You got the advice from a couple of friends that travelling with someone makes you realise what that person is like at their best and their worst. Cam, you're an expert navigator, while Emma, if you can get a map upside down, you will. Cam, you're incredibly laid back, whereas Emma, you've got some interesting sleep habits. And of course, while these big moments are amazing, often it's the smaller things that form the foundations for your relationship for many years to come. Like those times that you get to cook dinner together, or when one of you makes dinner and the other makes a treat like banana bread that inevitably gets eaten right after tea. Marriage is about all of this, the big and the small, the extraordinary and the mundane, that come together to form an amazing marriage for the rest of your lives. Emma, Cam loves that you're a beautiful person inside and out. You are the most kind, caring, and loving person that Cam knows, always looking after those around you. It's easy to see how kind and caring you are by the way you interact with people around you, whether they be people at your work or your nieces and nephews, or at home with Jake and Brooke. Cam loves that you've always supported him in any goals he's had and helped out any way you can and supported him no matter how tough or stressed out he's been. And Cam, you are patient and understanding, and you love a good joke, usually not one of Emma's, always laughing at her jokes in a good-natured way anyway. You are so dedicated to everything that you put your mind to, triathlon, work, study, Jake and Brooke, and to her. You're great fun to share banter with, and you're easy to make blush. You're always reasonable with everyone, and you take the time to consider where they're coming from. And Emma, you love how Cam adores the older patients at work. You'll often get a text from him telling you about the cutest nana ever, and occasionally blowing them a kiss. Cam, you get along really well with Emma's family, which she really appreciates, and you've taken to asking elderly couples for their advice in marriage, which demonstrates the very person that you are, kind, eager to learn, ask for advice, and just make everyone around you as comfortable as they can be. The two of you came together by chance. You've remained together through love, resilience, and some pretty great humour. And you're here today because you just can't wait to become husband and wife. All I need to know about life, I learned from my dog. Never pass up the opportunity to go for a joyride. Allow the experience of fresh air and the wind in your face to be pure ecstasy. When loved ones come home, always run to greet them. Run, romp, and play daily. Be loyal. Never pretend to be something you're not. Eat with gusto and enthusiasm. If what you want lies buried, dig until you find it. When someone is having a bad day, be silent, sit close by, and nuzzle them gently. Thrive on affection and let people touch you. Enjoy back rubs and pats on your neck. When you leave your yard, make it an adventure. Avoid biting when a simple growl will do. No matter how often you're scolded, don't pout. Run right back and make friends. Bond with your pack. On cold nights, curl up in front of a crackling fire. When you're excited, speak up. When you're happy, dance around and wag your entire body. Delight in the simple joy of a long walk. If you stare at someone long enough, eventually you'll get what you want. Don't go out without ID. Leave room in your schedule for a good nap. Always give people a friendly greeting. And if it's not wet and sloppy, it's not a real kiss. Emma Louise McLeod Oldfield. Do you promise to keep Cam as your best friend and favourite person, promising to love him, laugh with him, support him and stand alongside him for today and for the rest of your lives?
I do.
Cameron Lindsay McCurdy Brown. Do you promise to keep Emma as your best friend and favourite person, promising to love her, laugh with her, support her and stand alongside her for today and for the rest of your lives?
I do.
Okay, who would like to read their vows first? Yeah?
Emma, you're an amazing woman who's caring, kind, loving and gorgeous, just to name a few of your traits. Today we're gathered here in a beautiful setting with our parents and a few other people to get married. I'm lucky as I'm signing the contract to spend the rest of my life with my best friend. With this comes a commitment to each other. This commitment to each other, to each other on this marathon of life. Today is the start of the marathon, although we've been training for the last 4 years or so. Today the marathon starts on a mountain among the clouds. Hopefully it's not all downhill from here, but more of we've done the training and come through that okay, and that things will just get easier along the way. We've both done actual marathons, and I'm sure this marathon in life will be similar, and that there will be ups and downs, highs and lows, tough times and happy times. I promise that no matter where this marathon heads, what course it gives us, I'll be right there with you along the way. I'll be your biggest cheerleader and supporter throughout, along with Jake and Brooke. I'll try to be as vocal as Jake is when he's excited to go out for a walk. I'll be there at the aid stations and make sure you're kept well fed and hydrated along the way. I'll be there to guide you to the Portaloo when you get an upset tummy from eating the wrong thing along the way. See, you managed to get a poo reference. I'll be able to pick you up if you fall, and maybe even be able to provide some basic first aid if required. I'll be there to talk, provide jokes and encouragement when the going gets tough and in the good times. The jokes will be better than the tomato joke too. Now, marathons usually have a finish line. This is the reward for the hard work along the way. There's no real finish line to the marathon of life. It will just keep going. I feel like there'll be little finish lines along the way that will be the reward. But the main reward will be getting to spend the rest of my life with you. I promise my love for you will never tire like my legs might in a marathon. Love comes from the heart, and the heart is a unique muscle that never tires like other muscles. My heart beats for you, Emma, and will do forever. So let's make this official and get married. I give you this ring to demonstrate my love for you, and as a reminder that you're never alone on this marathon of life. I'll always be there with you, even if not physically in person at that time. I, Cameron Lindsay Mukudi Brown, take Emma Louise McLeod Oldfield to be my wife.
I'll give you that. And also that.
Thank you.
Want one?
Oh, I'll take one just in case. So, I think I'll be right there. I've got no mascara to run.
Is my mascara?
No, mine might.
Cam, I can't promise to understand your constant need to fart or profound love of toilet humour. I can't promise to keep up with you on training runs or learn to road cycle better, or at all. I can't promise not to adopt additional dogs, cats, or maybe a Highland cow, because I just saw them and they desperately needed a home and they're really cute. What I can promise is that I will always put you first, always encourage you, laugh with you, and love you beyond measure. I will be your rock, your best friend, and your faithful companion. I will enjoy every wild adventure we take. I will celebrate your triumphs, I will comfort you when you're worried, and I will see the positives in every situation. I will laugh at the ridiculous and the hilarious and everything in between. I will wind you up and make you blush. I will snuggle you on the couch, and I will play with your hair, including French braids before Ironman, providing you never ever get a mullet. I will love you more and more every day, until you're ridiculously wrinkly and your ears sag and your nose is doubled in size. I'll love you until your ginger hair turns grey and your knees aren't so forgiving of all the kilometres they have done. I will love your twinkling eyes and saggy cheeks and try my hardest still to make them blush, and even after all that time, I still won't have loved you enough. Cam, since I met you, you've made my world fuller, opened my eyes to new places and new experiences. You have loved me in the most perfect way. You are the very best dog, dad, the most committed partner, and my very best friend. I don't know what adventures this lifetime together will involve, but what a wonderful world it is that I get to spend a lifetime with you. I love you. And so I, Emma Louise McLeod Oldfield, take you, Cameron Lindsay McCurdy Brown, to be my husband. I will love you until my very last breath.
Thank you. You'd be very restrained.
Yeah.
Hugging and kissing. Can we just have the rings? put your tissue there. I don't want to hold it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we just put them here. Okay, and hold hands again. Do you want to put your tissue?
No, yeah,
Just chuck it in there.
it's clean.
Wedding rings are the physical symbol of the promises that you've made today, those that you'll continue to make throughout your marriage, and of course, of the bond that you now share as husband and wife. This is Cam's, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you take that, and if you could please place that onto his finger and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I choose you
I choose you
to be my husband.
to be my husband. Squeeze it on.
Rubber ones just don't quite roll on. Okay, so you to take steaming ring, place it onto Emma's finger and repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I choose you
I choose you
to be my wife.
to be my wife.
Okay, keep holding hands and looking at each other.
It's gonna be snotty good.
Emma and Cam, you chose Queenstown for your wedding today for so many reasons. It's close to where you, Emma, sent that first message asking Cam out at last. And it reminds you of your first days out and about around the west coast and the Waitakere Ranges, and of your family walks now in the Hunua Ranges. Being in nature has been a running theme in your relationship. It's something that means a lot to you both, and so there really was no perfect way to get married than this. Here's to an amazing future together, enjoying morning coffees, walking your pups, and one day hopefully owning your own piece of land where you can spend more time with one another, and Jake and Brooke, and who knows, maybe some Highland cattle and bees as well. And maybe even adding some little humans to the family too. But most of all, just spending the rest of your life enjoying life with the person you can't imagine a life without. Emma and Cam, it's with great excitement that I pronounce you husband and wife. Now you may kiss. Woo!